Welcome to our exploration of ethics in international business. In today's interconnected world, companies operate across borders, cultures, and legal systems. This global reach brings immense opportunities, but it also introduces complex ethical challenges. From labor practices to environmental responsibility, businesses must navigate a landscape where what's considered ethical in one country may differ greatly in another. In this video, we'll break down the core principles of business ethics, examine real-world dilemmas, and discuss why ethical conduct is crucial for long-term success. Let's begin by understanding what ethics means in the context of international business. Business ethics refers to the moral principles that guide the way a business behaves. In international business, these principles are tested by diverse cultural norms and legal frameworks. Ethical companies strive to do what's right, not just what's profitable or legal. This means considering the impact of decisions on employees, customers, communities, and the environment. As we move forward, keep in mind that ethical standards are not always universal. What's acceptable in one region may be frowned upon in another, making ethical decision-making a nuanced process. One of the biggest challenges in international business ethics is navigating cultural differences. For example, gift giving may be seen as a sign of respect in some countries, but as bribery in others. Understanding these nuances is essential for building trust and avoiding misunderstandings. Companies must invest time in learning about local customs and values and adapt their practices accordingly. This cultural sensitivity not only helps prevent ethical missteps but also strengthens relationships with partners and clients around the world. It's important to distinguish between what's legal and what's ethical. Laws provide a baseline for acceptable behavior, but ethical standards often go beyond legal requirements. For instance, a business practice might be legal in one country but considered unethical elsewhere. Companies must decide whether to simply comply with the law or to hold themselves to higher ethical standards. This decision can affect their reputation, customer loyalty, and long-term success. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is a key aspect of ethics in international business. CSR means that companies take responsibility for the social and environmental impacts of their operations. This can include reducing carbon emissions, supporting local communities, or ensuring fair labor practices. By embracing CSR, businesses show that they care about more than just profits. They're committed to making a positive difference in the world. Ethical labor practices are a major concern in international business. Companies must ensure that workers are treated fairly, paid appropriately, and provide safe working conditions. Unfortunately, some businesses exploit cheap labor or ignore unsafe environments to cut costs. Ethical companies, on the other hand, set high standards for their supply chains and regularly audit their partners to ensure compliance. This not only protects workers, but also enhances the company's reputation. Child labor remains a pressing ethical issue in many parts of the world. International businesses must be vigilant to ensure that their products are not made using child labor. This involves thorough vetting of suppliers and transparent reporting. By taking a stand against child labor, companies demonstrate their commitment to human rights and ethical business practices, which can also improve their standing with consumers and partners. Environmental responsibility is another core element of international business ethics. Companies have a duty to minimize their impact on the environment, whether through reducing waste, conserving resources, or investing in sustainable technologies. Ethical businesses recognize that their actions affect not just profits but the planet and future generations. By prioritizing sustainability, companies can build trust with stakeholders and contribute to a healthier world. Bribery and corruption are significant ethical challenges in international business. In some regions, these practices may be common, but they undermine trust and can lead to legal consequences. Ethical companies establish clear anti-bribery policies and train employees to recognize and avoid corrupt practices. By maintaining integrity, businesses protect their reputation and foster fair competition. Transparency and honesty are fundamental to ethical business conduct. This means being open about company policies, financial practices, and supply chain operations. When companies are transparent, they build trust with customers, investors, and regulators. Honesty in communication also helps prevent misunderstandings and reduces the risk of scandals. Ethical businesses make transparency a core value in all their operations. Fair competition is a cornerstone of ethical international business. Companies should avoid practices like price fixing, market manipulation, or spreading false information about competitors. Instead, they should focus on innovation, quality, and customer service. By competing fairly, businesses contribute to healthy markets and benefit consumers worldwide. Respecting intellectual property rights is essential in international business. This includes patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. Companies must ensure they do not infringe on others' rights and protect their own innovations. Ethical businesses respect the creative work of others and comply with international agreements, fostering a culture of innovation and trust. Diversity and inclusion are increasingly important in international business ethics. Companies that embrace diverse perspectives are more innovative and better equipped to serve global markets. Ethical businesses promote equal opportunities, prevent discrimination, and create inclusive workplaces where everyone feels valued. This not only improves morale but also drives business success. Whistleblower protection is a vital part of ethical business. Employees who report unethical or illegal activities should be protected from retaliation. Companies must establish clear reporting channels and ensure confidentiality. By supporting whistleblowers, businesses encourage accountability and help prevent misconduct before it escalates. Ethical supply chain management is crucial in international business. Companies must ensure that their suppliers adhere to ethical standards, including fair labor practices and environmental responsibility. This often requires regular audits and transparent reporting. By holding suppliers accountable, businesses can reduce risks and build stronger, more sustainable partnerships. Respecting human rights is a fundamental ethical obligation for international businesses. This includes ensuring freedom from discrimination, forced labor, and unsafe working conditions. Companies must align their operations with international human rights standards and advocate for positive change in the communities where they operate. Consumer protection is another key area of business ethics. Companies must provide safe, reliable products and accurate information. Misleading advertising or unsafe products can harm consumers and damage a company's reputation. Ethical businesses put customer safety first and respond quickly to concerns or complaints. With the rise of digital technology, data privacy has become a major ethical concern. International businesses must protect customer data and comply with privacy laws in every country where they operate. This includes securing information, being transparent about data use, and respecting user consent. Ethical data practices build trust and prevent costly breaches. Anti-discrimination policies are essential for ethical international businesses. These policies ensure that all employees are treated fairly, regardless of race, gender, religion, or nationality. Companies must enforce these policies consistently and provide training to prevent bias. By fostering an inclusive environment, businesses can attract top talent and serve diverse markets more effectively. Ethical leadership sets the tone for the entire organization. Leaders who act with integrity inspire employees to do the same. They communicate ethical expectations clearly, lead by example, and hold themselves accountable. In international business, ethical leadership is especially important for navigating complex situations and building a culture of trust. Code of conduct is a set of guidelines that outlines expected behaviors for employees. In international business, a clear code of conduct helps ensure consistency across different regions and cultures. It covers topics like anti-bribery, discrimination, and environmental responsibility. By providing clear guidance, companies help employees make ethical decisions, even in challenging situations. Regular training and awareness programs are vital for promoting ethics in international business. These programs educate employees about company policies, local laws, and cultural differences. They also provide tools for recognizing and addressing ethical dilemmas. Ongoing training helps create a culture where ethical behavior is the norm, not the exception. Engaging with stakeholders is crucial for ethical international business. Stakeholders include employees, customers, suppliers, and local communities. By listening to their concerns and involving them in decision-making, companies can identify potential ethical issues early and build stronger relationships. Open dialogue with stakeholders also enhances transparency and accountability. Adhering to global ethical standards helps companies operate consistently across borders. International guidelines, such as the UN Global Compact or OECD guidelines, provide frameworks for responsible business conduct. By aligning with these standards, companies demonstrate their commitment to ethical practices and gain credibility in the global marketplace. Ethical marketing means being truthful and respectful in all advertising and promotional activities. Companies should avoid misleading claims, respect cultural sensitivities, and promote products responsibly. Ethical marketing builds trust with consumers and helps companies avoid legal or reputational risks. Conflicts of interest can arise when personal interests interfere with professional duties. In international business, these situations can be especially complex due to varying cultural norms. Companies must have clear policies to identify and manage conflicts, ensuring that decisions are made in the best interest of the organization and its stakeholders. Responsible sourcing means choosing suppliers who meet high ethical standards. This includes considering environmental impact, labor practices, and community welfare. By sourcing responsibly, companies reduce risks and contribute to sustainable development in the regions where they operate. Paying fair wages is a basic ethical obligation for international businesses. Companies must ensure that all workers, regardless of location, receive compensation that meets or exceeds local standards. Fair wages improve employee morale, reduce turnover, and support economic development in local communities. Ensuring health and safety is a key part of business ethics. Companies must provide safe working conditions and comply with health regulations in every country where they operate. This includes regular safety training, proper equipment, and emergency preparedness. Ethical businesses prioritize the well-being of their employees above all else. Engaging with local communities is an important ethical responsibility for international businesses. This can involve supporting local initiatives, creating jobs, or investing in education and infrastructure. By giving back, companies build goodwill and contribute to the long-term prosperity of the regions where they operate. Environmental audits help companies assess and improve their impact on the planet. These audits review energy use, waste management, and resource consumption. By conducting regular audits, businesses can identify areas for improvement and demonstrate their commitment to sustainability. Ethical investment means choosing to support companies and projects that align with ethical values. Investors increasingly look for businesses that demonstrate social responsibility, environmental stewardship, and good governance. By prioritizing ethical investments, companies attract more capital and contribute to positive global change. Transparent reporting and accountability are essential for ethical international business. Companies should regularly publish reports on their ethical practices, including social, environmental, and governance issues. This openness allows stakeholders to hold businesses accountable and encourages continuous improvement. Anti-money laundering measures are crucial in international business. Companies must implement policies to detect and prevent illegal financial activities. This includes monitoring transactions, verifying customer identities, and reporting suspicious behavior. Strong anti-money laundering practices protect businesses from legal risks and support global financial integrity. Tax ethics involves paying taxes fairly and transparently in every country where a company operates. Some businesses use loopholes to avoid taxes, but this can harm public trust and lead to legal trouble. Ethical companies comply with tax laws and contribute their fair share to the communities that support them. Ethical use of technology is increasingly important in international business. Companies must ensure that their technologies do not harm users or society. This includes protecting privacy, preventing misuse, and considering the social impact of new innovations. Ethical technology use builds trust and supports sustainable growth. Operating across borders introduces unique ethical challenges. Companies must navigate different legal systems, cultural norms, and stakeholder expectations. By developing flexible policies and seeking local input, businesses can address these challenges and maintain ethical standards worldwide. Many international companies establish ethics committees to oversee ethical practices. These committees review policies, investigate complaints, and provide guidance on complex issues. By having a dedicated team, businesses can respond quickly to ethical challenges and ensure consistent standards across all operations. When ethical crises occur, companies must respond quickly and transparently. This involves acknowledging mistakes, communicating openly with stakeholders, and taking corrective action. Effective crisis management can help restore trust and prevent long-term damage to the company's reputation. Mergers and acquisitions present unique ethical challenges. Companies must ensure that due diligence is conducted, employees are treated fairly, and cultural differences are respected. Ethical mergers build stronger organizations and create value for all stakeholders involved. Outsourcing can raise ethical questions about labor practices, environmental impact, and local economies. Companies must carefully select partners who share their ethical values and monitor their performance. By prioritizing ethics in outsourcing decisions, businesses can avoid reputational risks and support sustainable development. Operating in emerging markets can present unique ethical challenges, such as weaker regulations or different cultural expectations. Companies must be especially vigilant to avoid exploitation and ensure that their practices align with global ethical standards. By investing in local communities and promoting fair practices, businesses can contribute to sustainable growth. Innovation drives progress, but it must be guided by ethical considerations. Companies should assess the potential impact of new products and technologies on society and the environment. By integrating ethics into the innovation process, businesses can create solutions that benefit everyone and avoid unintended harm. Ethical business is not a one-time effort, it requires continuous improvement. Companies must regularly review their policies, seek feedback, and adapt to new challenges. By fostering a culture of learning and growth, businesses can stay ahead of ethical risks and maintain their reputation as responsible global citizens. As we wrap up our journey through ethics in international business, it's clear that ethical conduct is essential for long-term success. Companies that prioritize ethics build trust, attract loyal customers, and contribute to a better world. The future of international business will be shaped by those who embrace ethical principles and adapt to evolving global standards. Thank you for joining us, and remember, ethical business is good business.